What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Race season starts in about 3 weeks, so I wanted to start going over some of the cars that I race in the winter months. I race indoor off-road. It's a carpet track, but for winter season it's warm and that's where we hide out. I'm going to be racing Mini B this year, and I'm going to be racing stock Slash. I don't have a Slash that's any good. I trashed them all. They're basically used up, so I bought something that I want to try to put together, and we're going to run that this year. I also picked up something else on the way to work. I found a relatively cheap 4x4 10 scale monster truck that I want to try to get going. The guy says it has some issues, but for the price I couldn't go wrong. I picked it up. So in this video we're going to go over it. I want to see what this guy did to it, how bad it is, and if I bought a piece of crap or not. So let's go get the truck and check it out. This is what I bought. A 4x4 Arma Granite. It's just the brush setup. Nothing fancy, but this is exactly how I like to buy them. See this thing? They never even cleaned the dirt off of it. This is a good thing for a buyer. Terrible thing for a seller. 9 out of 10 times when I find deals like this and they don't even bother to clean them, they don't really care about them and they're just looking to get rid of them. So I'm not afraid to lowball them, and this one I didn't beat him up too badly, but I think I got a good deal on it. Seller said that the receiver is bad, and when I met up with the guy, he promptly pointed at the ESC, not the receiver. So as far as mechanical ability, I'm going to say this guy's on a level of nothing. So I took it home. Didn't really do anything to it yet. The deal came with the truck itself. The body's in actually really nice shape. Got some scratches, but I mean, nothing I wouldn't do to it. Came with a bag of parts that he took apart. Looks like a receiver cover, a couple screws, all the instructions. Came with 3 of these cheap batteries and the stock radio. But this retails for about $210 brand new. I got the guy for 60 bucks. I'm going to go through it, see what's wrong with it, and I'm going to try to get this thing up and running for less than 100 bucks. I think this thing would be a good time for less than 100 bucks, and when I'm done with it, we'll review it, take a look at it, see if this thing's any good, if I recommend it or not, and then I'm going to sell it. I'm going to see what we can get out of it, and then I'm going to buy something else, and I'm going to continue to keep buying something else. I'm going to work my way up to something real nice, I think. We're going to start with this, and I'm going to keep buying and fixing. I want to see where this ends up. But let's dig into it, see what this master mechanic deemed a bad receiver, and see what it actually is. Alright, on first overview, like I said, body's not in bad shape. It's not cracked, it's not torn. It's got some use marks on the sides from rubbing the chassis, but it's in pretty good shape. One thing I do notice, it does smell kind of funny. So a full cleaning of this thing is definitely going to be in order. I don't know if I'm going to strip it down. I might just pull the electronics out of it, because I'm probably going to have to anyway. And then just hit it with the power washer or something. I don't need to get crazy with it. Well, okay. Well, the ESC is right here. It's not plugged in or anything. It's just laying here. So, I guess first things first. Plug this in. Alright, throttle side. Which side is... that way. Yeah, it has a weird smell to it. Okay, servo box is loose, but that's okay. Motor's disconnected. Let's hook the motor up. Alright. Guy even robbed the batteries out of this. I had to put some new batteries in there, but I'm not going to use those batteries. I got my 2-cell here. It's still got some life in it. It'll give us enough to test this. Alright, well, we got a blinking red light on the ESC already. Alright, well, the battery tray's not hooked down, but servo works. As soon as we go to the fire, we got nothing. Okay. So we got power to the servo. Servo is good. The ESC is turned on. got nothing. All right. I wonder if this motor's any good. That motor feels very tight. You can tell it's very notchy. I'm going to grab another motor, and since these are just bullets, I could probably just grab a Traxxas motor, plug them into here, and if the Traxxas motor kicks over, we know that motor's shot. So let me go find one and we'll try that. Alright, I got a pretty much brand new Traxxas 12 turn here. So I know that works. So let's unplug this motor. Plug in this fresh one. Okay. Set it up so it's not going to tear anything up. Alright, so all we have, I guess, is a bad motor. ESC seems to be running just fine. Nice and cool. That's cool. Alright, so $60 pickup, needs a cheap 12-turn Arma motor. That's it. That's not a bad pickup. I'm happy with this. I think I can get this thing fixed fairly cheap. I guess I'm going to just have to tear it down, take the stank off it. I'll go over everything, make sure it looks good. And, yeah, that's not bad. It's a good pickup, I'd say. Hell yeah, I'm happy with that. That's cool. Alright, so, yeah, that's cool. That's what we're going to do with this. I'm happy with that. That's a good buy. $60 pickup. Tell me I did wrong. I think this is a great deal. Just a quick overview of the truck. Looks like everything in its mother is plastic. No turnbuckles are adjustable. Looks like it's the axles are actually fairly nice size. It's just got a regular shock, sealed shock with the little C-clips, no adjustment. Nice little shock guards front and rear, I guess, for rocks. This thing's made to be beaten on. And that's exactly what we're going to do with this. I'm going to take that motor out. We're going to toss another one in. I'm not going to put a Titan in. I'll replace it so that way it's correct. Put an Arma one in it. And we're going to take this out, beat the crap out of it, and then I'm going to try to sell it for a profit. That's my goal. All right. So let's check out what else I picked up. Okay, and what else did I pick up? Well, like I said, all my slashes are just beat to hell. I have nothing good to use. So I want to start fresh. I bought a new kit. But this year's a little bit different at the track. They're going to allow that new BL2S setup to run. And I don't know. I think this thing's pretty cheaty. Check this thing out. This is what we got. Oh, I can't wait to tear into this thing. But the big thing that everybody's worried about is the brushless setup against the old brush setup. It's really not much quicker. It's just a little bit more reliable. I worry about a lot of the other parts that come in this thing. This thing comes with all the heavy-duty suspension parts, which, I mean, on the Slash, you really don't break too many, but your caster blocks, your C-hubs, they take a beating. It comes with a better steering linkage, I believe. But the big deal with this thing is, I've always had a problem with the Slash. When you'd hit the straightaways, if they're real fast straightaways, you always had to keep the diff really loose, because it will not turn with a tight diff. It just won't, because there's too much grip. So when you come around a fast sweeper, it would always want to lift that inside rear tire, and a lot of times if you threw it a little too hard, it would diff out, and it would just spin the inside wheel to all hell. And it was a real pain. Because if you try to put anything into the diff of the regular Slash, like if let's say you wanted to put like a 10,000 weight oil in there from TLR or whatever brand you want to use, it would always just leak out. I mean, you'd get maybe 1 or 2 races out of it, and it's just everywhere. It makes a total mess. And after the 2 late races, if it's not in the diff, it's not working. So your efforts were worthless. Or if you try to put something real heavy in it, like I said, you needed to have an open diff. It wouldn't turn. It basically would turn it into a plow, or you would just spin out. So there really wasn't a fine medium that you could do that would work. Where with this, it comes with the 272R transmission has a sealed diff. So now I can actually tune the diff as well. So, compared to the old Slash, I'm now able to tune the diff. I have a much more robust suspension. I'm not gonna have to worry about blowing stuff off when a door banger gets into me, or I, outdrive my talent and smash into the wall at full speed. This truck's gonna take more of a beating than the old one. It's probably a little heavier. I am gonna weigh both. I want to see where these end. But this kit is super nice. Super nice. Clipless body system. And I chose the kit rather than the pre-built one for a couple of reasons. One, I'm going to do a series on this, on how I get them to go fast. My trucks are usually a podium finishing truck if the driver shows up. If I suck that day, can't blame the truck. Or if a door banger gets into me. I've lost races on the last lap because of lap traffic. It happens. When you have all different skill levels on the track at the same time, it makes it a lot of fun, but there's a lot of times where you just get frustrated because it's like, I had it in the bag. Somebody that I put 5 laps on just took me out, and now I'm in third. But hey, name of the game, it's all for fun anyway. I mean, we're just racing a toy car. It is electric, it's a toy. But this has, like I said, the clipless body mounting system, all the cool stuff already in it. I don't have to do much as far as buying extra parts. I don't have to buy the RPM parts for the suspension. I don't have to worry about blowing an axle off because this has much larger axles than it's definitely going to need. Now, the reason I bought the kit was I never found a point of paying extra for the pre-built one for me to have to take it back apart, rebuild it after I modify what I'm going to change it here, which you'll all get to see. I'm not going to hide nothing, no little secrets here, and then put it all back together. You know what I mean? It's all plastic, so once it's put together once, you take it apart, you put it together, you take it apart. Everybody knows what happens. The holes get worn out. I'm just gonna build this once. Second, this comes with the clear body. There is no paint job on it. Traxxas does have a pretty nice paint job on a lot of their cars, and I mean, I do like it. The problem is, like, let's say I would go in and I'm like, I dig the blue, and then maybe you dig the blue, and then the other guy walks in and he digs the blue, and we're all going to go to the same place and race. Well, now there's 12 blue cars on the line, because we do get a pretty good turnout for Slash. Well, turn one, everybody's floored, everybody turns it into a pile up, it's a complete junkyard. Now you're gonna lose it. You're gonna find, oh my God, there's 12 blue cars flipped over. Which one is mine? It's gonna screw you up. So now I can do a little bit of a custom paint job and make it unique to me, so I know exactly where my truck is on track. I don't have to worry about deciphering which blue truck I am. So that's always been a problem I've had and noticed, and I'm gonna solve that right away. Also with this, like I said, this is the new setup. This is going to be a controversial piece at the track, I guarantee you, because compared to the way the old Slash is built, this thing has definitely been upgraded quite a bit. Like I said, I wouldn't even worry about the motor and ESC being brushed to brushless. That's not the issue. They're forgetting. That transmission is going to be the big deal. But yeah, so probably next week, I got to get a couple of parts for this, because we are allowed to change a few things. I'm going to get a couple of more parts for this, and I'm going to probably start the build next week. So if you like what you see, like and subscribe, and like I said, I'm going to be building this in the next couple weeks. I'm going to show everybody how to make one of these things fast. The Slash class is my favorite, and I've been doing it long enough that I've kind of figured them out pretty well. So if you want to learn how to build one of these, this is where you need to be. If you want to just have some fun, this is where you need to be. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Please share the channel. We're trying to grow it out. But till next time, peace.